I like to call Jimmy the Swiss Army knife.
What is this like for you, though? Just the excitement of having a star quarterback like Diaris Morales, and we don't want to shortchange any of the other players. But what has this entire run been like for you? It sucks. It sucks. This microphone? That one.
Yeah, hey, coach, this is Kevin. And, that's what I was going to say. I was like, how fitting it was that she was the one that caught the game-winning touchdown pass with the backstory that you gave us. Yeah, that's got to be tough. One question, I wanted to ask you, but I wanted people to be able to hear it. For people that have never been to a flag game and maybe have thought about it or entertained the idea, what would you say to them? Yeah, and I think what the real another big news I think the last week or two is that I believe the University of Nebraska announced they are going to start a flag program in 2028, which is unreal. Yeah, that's definitely exciting news. I think we got about 3 or 4 minutes left. One thing I wanted to ask you is, what do Obviously, you have veteran experience, and I like to call Jimmy the Swiss Army knife of life because not only is he the head flag coach, but he owns a clubhouse grill. He owns Bay's landscaping, which is believe a clubhouse grill is a corporate sponsor of baseball and Bay's landscaping for flag. But one thing I wanted to ask you is how do you use the momentum from last night's win going forward? Because that wasn't just a win, a regular old win. That was a win in very exciting, dramatic fashion. Yeah, and I was just telling Gareth, about. I don't think people would realize how exciting and fast paced and high tempo a flag game really is. So if there's anybody out there that has entertained the thought, you're really missing out. And come out, check it out. I just really think people will be impressed with not only the level of talent, but just the speed and the tempo of the game is unmatched. I think it's faster than basketball. But absolutely, absolutely, yeah. Hey, we are here with KK Hardy, who made the game-winning touchdown catch last night. Tell us a little bit. Jimmy told us your backstory. Tell us how that made you feel last night, especially having to sit out and watch the first game against Niceville. Yeah, she definitely dropped a dot on you. We got about 30 seconds left. So I'll ask you one more question. Like I asked Coach Bay, how do you guys go from looking so stagnant on Wednesday night against Pace to looking so crisp and efficient the very 24 hours later against Niceville? What did you guys do? I appreciate it. So special thanks to Coach Bay and star wide receiver KK Hardy for joining us. For Gareth Sturge, this is Kevin Horgan. We're going to step away for a minute, and you're listening to 94.3 FTW.
Beautiful. Nothing like being thrown to the fire. I think we're good over there now. Turn that up to a regular level. Yeah, turn that off.
How'd that go?
Very good. Very good.
Very good.
Very good. Very good.
You want to switch back now?
Yeah.
Let's play switch.
All right. You're winning.
Tell me that's not a total shit.
Because it should be.
Hey, is this thing on? Wasn't that from a year and a half?
Yes, it was.
This shirt was brown this shirt was a white shirt when I got here. I will never forget it. That's what everybody thinking so far. Hopefully it's pepperoni or plain cheese because I know that you have the same pizza taste as them. I was going to ask you, see, hopefully maybe you bring some samples with them today. Besides me, and I already know what you're going to say. The first thing that came to your mind was onions and green peppers and mushrooms and sausage and banana peppers. As a fellow top five picky eater, I couldn't agree with you more. There are just so many things that don't belong on pizza, but I truly think the only thing that does is cheese and pepperoni. Yes, every once in a while I will do pepperoni and jalapeno, only if it's Hungry Howie's. Lost? Will Lost be there? Because I have never had it. I've heard nothing but amazing things. Okay, so that goes with the rhetoric that I've heard since it opened. Yeah, it's hard to believe because you go by there and you see how nice the building looks and how much they've done with it. You see the massive amount of cars and the customers, and then people that have lived here a long time, they'll take a step back and say, "I cannot believe that was a Waffle House." Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah, it was. Now I think it's a surf style or something. The one on the island side. Okay, see, I thought there was like a Alvin's Island type store where that used to be. Councilman Schmidt or his brother Mike might know. I think he does. Yeah, and you know, it's I know what you're going through because you know doing the PA for basketball and flag this year. The very first thing I did every game was look at the opponent and look at the last names and see which ones were going to be hard to pronounce. And I would go to their coach and say, "Hey, can you tell me how to say this?" And you know, I had just lucked out, and 99% of the difficult names to pronounce either didn't play or weren't major contributors, so they just didn't get their name called a lot. So I really lucked out. Okay. And this time of year, Destin's hopping. And it was funny to me that you. I know it's a completely different meaning. It's funny to me that you use the word charter with Destin because of all the charter boats and stuff like that being one of their main industries, which leads me to. Did you see the video of the charter in Destin and their encounter with the great white shark? I saw it yesterday. I don't know how recent it was, but wow. Also, the three mechanical sharks were actually housed at the actual Shalimar Yacht Base. I gotta leave work and come in here Wednesday. Yes. Sounds good so far. Got Walton Beach Councilman David Schmidt up next. Talk a little local news and talk a little sports. He's a great guy. I think it'll be very enjoyable. And spoiler alert, he doesn't know I'm going to put him on the spot with some awkward questions. Appreciate you coming on. David, what time is that? Because my niece's is at 9. So I will see you once again. I usually run into David up at the Shalimar Little League complex, which the scoreboards are in now, David. We're not merging. Yes, sir. It is the first round of the Region 1 Class 4A playoffs. And David, if the schools were to merge, would these schools lose out on a lot of revenue through ticket sales and concessions and merchandise for the game this week? Yeah, well, we talked about the artificial turf or the whatever the proper term is this day and age. Have you had a chance to see the new turf at Choctaw or Niceville in person yet? It really does, and it's also gonna, like you said, these coaches don't have to worry about chalking the yard lines and painting the end zones. It's really not only is it very attractive to the eyes, but it's definitely going to cut down on maintenance and labor. former state champ. You, I have a instant resolution for you guys. I noticed that I was up in the press box the last two nights doing the flag games. Early on, the first two nights, there was a county worker there that was they're putting in some new speakers and doing some renovations to the press box at their stadium. I pointed it out to him, and he just so happens to know somebody that can correct that error. Yeah. Anything for the community, Dave. Did you know that? Yeah. Now, while we got you on, I was a little bit curious. What are your predictions for this year's College World Series? I mean, they're a top 10 team, so that is absolutely not a crazy prediction. My question is, being the Volunteers, do they still do NIL? Absolutely, it is completely legal, encouraged. They can sell T-shirts with their name, their number, their likeness. They can sell anything, and I mean, these kids between athletics and academics, the amount of time and work they put into it, I think they deserve it. Nothing yet, but I would like to give a shout out to former Choctaw wide receiver and current Cincinnati Bearcat wide receiver Isaiah Johnson for using his own NIL money to donate back to his alma mater Choctaw, and he provided the team with the concussion pads for every single helmet for the football team. And they had a little ceremony in the field house, and I mean that's just I've known his dad for about 30 years, and that just says you've been raised right. I agree with you in whether we agree with it or we disagree with it. Like you said, it's here and it's here to stay, and it's something that we're going to have to adapt to and deal with. But one thing I will say about NIL in college, I think that if you look at some of the positives, which there's probably not a lot in most people's opinions, but I think there are going to be a lot of cases due to the amount of money they're getting. It's going to keep these student athletes in college longer and possibly give them a better chance of getting a degree instead of going to the pros. And I think that is a benefit of NIL. Absolutely, and you know, one more thing about NIL is that if you look at what some of these college student athletes are getting NIL, it is more than a lot of rookie contracts in the NBA and the NFL and Major League Baseball. They just don't pull your back foot out on that slider, man. I will see you tomorrow morning. Thank you. David Schmidt, if you're watching, man, we always appreciate you. Thanks for being a good sport about that, brother. Knee deep is too deep. So this is her.
Who?
These commercials are her.
That was her.
Frankie
Yeah.
Bennett. She's good.
Yeah, she is really good. You might like these better. These are like the best ones, I think, but they just suck over there for some reason.
And it's the one you have to turn to one side. The other side's very hard.
It's better now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit, but it's not terrible difference.
won't be until 4:30.
Oh, okay. Yes, we is. I believe he is a Biloxi, Mississippi native. I'm at 85% sure. For a crank call or to get him on the show? Okay. Took a shot of Patron. Down 2-0, Jimmy. like something Dr. Risley should take a look at. Well, I tell you what, whether he can make it or not Wednesday, between Judge Maney and the tax collector, Mr. Anderson, who I've known for many, many years, that's a star-studded show already. When you talk about the term movers and shakers, that is the definition of that. Yeah, that's definitely good. That's definitely going to be a big show. Thank Wildcats. Kind of like the Pepsi Summer Chill Out. Yeah, and everybody would go like that. And it was a big deal. I would buy Pepsi on purpose just to look for that code and hope to win something, which I never did. Yeah, I think that speaking of Judge Maney, I think that even ended up going to court. I believe so, between him and the Pepsi company. Yes, he did. Maybe he'll drop you a guilty cop rock style. I don't even know if anybody in that episode would get that, except for you and I. Hey Ben, just real quick, I got a question for you. Now, whether it be legally or your decision, do you have a cutoff number or no, ticket wise? Yeah, that's not a bad problem to have. He's probably seen Jaws too. No, except for I believe back in the '70s and '80s there were some mid majors at Baker Sheridan's. Toto, I think. Yeah, yeah, but definitely no Zoetrope or Hitman or anything like that. But no, I'm actually a little bit envious. I will be over westward in Escambia County on Monday, so I will not be able to make the show. I know other people besides you that have said they are going, and it sounds like it's gonna be a great time. I didn't get a chance to ask Ben, so I will ask you, Garrett, about the docking situation at Soundside. Is it like Chan's and AJ's? Can you go there by boat and dock and come into the establishment? Yeah. I've always just thought, all the docking opportunities in this town, such a great perk to have for places like AJ's, Chan's, and I believe some of the places on the island, like the old Seagull. Fingers crossed he brings samples.
Did you say fingers crossed at the end?
I said fingers crossed he brings samples. Or the 14th, whatever that is, up at Choctaw. Yep.
Coming in hot, dude.
Yeah. All right. Warren is here. I don't know. What is
This is the beer that you helped us with.
Sweet.
Tower
Tower Beach. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
Excellent. Kevin, Warren.
Nice to meet you, man.
Nice to meet you.
This will be your headset right here.
Perfect.
Make sure you can play with this however you want, but just make sure it's this distance from you the whole time. All right.
I feel like you're holding beer.
Oh yeah.
I got you. All right.
I do a little speaking
I
here and there. Podcast. So,
Nice. I like your hat. That's
thank you.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, we just dropped them at Woodfoot.
Nice.
They're like, I bet they're the hottest selling merch item that we drop every year.
Definitely, it's coincided with the Masters. It was good marketing.
When I come back from break, I'm playing a scene from House 4, which is there's a pizza delivery scene, and the pizza guy sings like a little "I'm a pizza man," so that's what you're hearing, and we'll talk a little bit about the
Well, I
funky.
figured he had the Masters tag me there. Maybe you know about Tiger
Can I
Woods.
have one?
Yeah, absolutely. I brought them for you guys
All right. You want one, Kevin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All driving all.
All right. Okay.
It's a very light beer, so you should be all right. 4.5%.
Sweet.
I had
Gareth helped us name it.
I had 3 or 4 King Cobras before I got here.
Yeah, he helped us. Help me figure out the name and
Really?
help me do the research on Tower Beach because we had talked about it. And Bobby said, "Hey, talk to this guy." I said, "Talk to this guy, and he'll know a little bit about it."
Yeah, I like that.
So it's just a light American ale. It's a blonde ale basically, but
I like that.
Or a light lager,
Like,
yeah.
Like a white car.
100%.
Has a little, what's that beer I like? Has a little, sounds to me like a hybrid of Stella and Rolling Rock.
That's fair. Yeah.
I like both of those,
Sure.
actually. I know,
Oh, look at that.
I know Rolling Rock is looked at as like generic beer, but I think it's great. It's made with fresh spring water.
Yeah. No, Roll Up's good beer.
Yeah, I like Stella and Rolling Rock. In this case, like you poured half and half. I like that.
Sure. Well, the goal was kind of like make it where something that everybody when you came into Woodfoot you were going to enjoy a beer,
Yeah.
right? And it didn't have to be a crazy craft beer or something intense. It could be something relatively easy to drink.
Take your photo on social media, give you a little promotion. And I'm going to pour in a cup and try it that way too, because you got to be.
And I gotta
try it
take
all
a
around.
picture and send it to my daughter.
Or social media stuff at some time. Point this if you have it for this stuff.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
We're on YouTube, we're on Facebook, and we're on the radio.
And I can kind of flow, so you guys just ask whatever. I'm open to all of it.
Is this in public?
No, not yet.
There's one that looks like.
Oh, really? Only at the brewery, pretty much right now. We don't distribute.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I used to love that show.
Hey, thanks for having me. I appreciate it. Yeah. Cheers.
How often do you get to drink on the job?
Well, my main source of income before Woodfoot was also marketing for breweries, so it's pretty often.
That's not a bad problem to have.
Yes. Thank you. Yeah. 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 So we're always trying to do something that brings back the community and the localness of where we are and who we are. Obviously, with my partners over there, we've got a couple OG Fort Walton folk with Bobby and Jamie, with neighbors, and we really wanted to make sure that we paid homage to Fort Walton. And as we were doing our research, and we saw a lot of information about the old Tower Beach, aka I guess Okaloosa Island now, and a lot what was going on out there. And so we said, man, that's really cool. Let's have some fun with it. Let's make a beer that's really drinkable, very very approachable for everybody. It doesn't matter if you're a craft beer person or just a person off the street that likes great food and wants to drink a beer with that. And that's how Tower Beach came about.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Eloise. Those a guess.
Yes.
good.
That
right?
is so cool. Honestly, one of them, I think it's kind of similar to this little guy here. That we used it as a little bit of promo after chatting with you and learning a little bit more about Tower Beach. You know, our whole brand is built as like Floridian roadside brew pub, right? So everything we do, all of our brands that we come out with that are core product, are like roadside signage, and that's the why behind Tower Beach is that we can make a cool sign about it. And honestly, we use this picture right here, this one that I'm looking at. That's the reverse Tower Beach visual of from the beach to the building itself. So that's really cool. Sure. Yeah. So when Bobby, you know, again being the beer industry guy, Bobby hollered at me a handful of years ago, or a couple years ago now, and said, "Hey, you want to open up this brewery with me?" And I was like, "Yeah, let's do it." Well, at the time, we didn't really know what the food was going to be, and as we started developing food and started working on the food product, we decided to do this Roman style pizza, this very unique, alienating almost style pizza. And it's a focaccia crust, so it's a little thicker. It's not meant to be like a deep dish, but still thick. And you know, you get your input from there. And so in the first year after we opened, you know, I would look on Concerned Citizens or whatever, and somebody would be like, "Oh, so and so has the best pizza," and immediately you're looking at like 300-400 comments of people just like, "Their pizza sucks. This one's not good. This one's my favorite. This one's better. This." And so back then we kind of said, "Hey, you know what? We grabbed the domain pizzawars.com with the Z, and we said maybe one day we'll figure something out with it. It could be fun." And then over the years, you know, we put on a lot of events. We do craft fun, we do other events in town. And when I got involved in being a partner here at Woodfoot, it was, well, we can continue to do events. And I said, guys, let's figure out how to do Pizza Wars. Let's invite everyone. I don't care who it is. If they want to come, they can come. This year we had 10, but the goal was to get as many as we can get. It's just whoever signed up, kind of thing. But yeah, we basically said, hey, let's have some fun. Let's raise money for a great cause. Let's bring the community together, and let's decide who's got the best pizza in town. Yeah. So honestly, the reaction was crazy. We've got, you know, well over 2,000 people on this event page that we created. Way more than we thought, maybe even that would be interested in. But we sold roughly almost 300 tickets. We're sold out, and we've got 10 vendors. So we've got Wicked Pizza, Pie Face, Task Force, obviously Woodfoot, because we got to throw in our own name there. Sebastianos, Bambinos, Vinny McGuire's. How many is that so far? I lost count. Hungry Howie's up here in Eglin. Katarina and the team over there. I was so excited. That's just like a college favorite right
I
there
love
for
their
me.
crust.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, that's cool. And then I think that's let's see. Oh, Fockers as well. We got Fockers as well. So a couple of the OGs. You know, trying to get as many any. Oh, and Caddy's Corner. Caddy's Corner as well. Yeah. I think that might be it, buddy. I reached out to Lost Pizza. They did not get back, but we'd love to have them next year. Yeah.
Kind of sounds like they're scared to put their pizza up against some of the other local pizzas.
Hey, it could be. Yeah. Yeah, so there's two sides. One is People's Choice. So People's Choice is unlimited samples from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. And essentially, we told all the vendors, hey, you make your samples bite size, try to make it reasonable for them, and essentially give them the chance to win People's Choice. Bring whatever your favorite pizzas are. Could be, I know Pie Face is actually bringing a gluten-free pie, which is great because there's a lot of people who ask that. And then, you know, whatever else, bring your favorites. Bring your favorite pizzas. That's People's Choice. There'll be one award for that. The other side is judges. So I've got you and then 4 other judges. Callie from To Do and Destin, Joanna from 850 Foodie, Brett Reed is his name. He's from Alga Beer Company in Pensacola. And then it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then Vinny Chalk, former MLB baseball player. He's our celebrity.
Yeah. He has a sign on Choctaw Baseball Fieldhouse.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love Vinny. Absolutely. Awesome. Sweet.
We gotta get Vinny Chalk on the show. That would be so.
Oh, Vinny's cool, man.
We had Mike James for Walton, who's also a pitcher for the Angels.
Yeah. Well, Vinny's funny because it's like we joke around. We give Vinny a lot of crap because we just know him so well. But it's like Vinny struck out Jeter. He's like a legit baseball player. Not just like played for a little bit, played for a bit.
Yeah, he struck out Derek Jeter. You're one of the elite.
He was like hanging with Barry Bonds back in the day.
Exactly.
You know, like the guy. I always tell I told a buddy of mine recently, I'm like, you can. There's a lot of guys might be able to go, oh yeah, I played in the MLB. They did like a year or so. And he did. I think at least 8 years or more.
No, he was
Blue Jays, the Giants, and
maybe even the Rockies.
Yeah, I think at least 1 or 2 other teams.
That's gotta be a nightmare. I mean, the Rockies with that altitude. They had MLB did with their
Did he
back.
hear me right now, by the way? I was gonna tell him, but I am the one who asked if he could come and judge.
Oh.
Because I hit Bobby up. I was like, hey, you think Gareth would be interested? And then Bobby had to well, it's funny being partners with the neighbors. It's
Yeah, they're Choctaw guys. I know. I know it's all 3, but been since we were 5. One thing about him, he only likes cheese and pepperoni.
Oh, nice.
So there's sausage, green peppers, I mean, as much as you like.
Oh, that's fair. No, so we're only doing pepperoni for the judges.
Perfect. Because I'm very picky too. I like pepperoni, plain cheese, and sometimes I like pepperoni jalapeno.
Sure.
That was a Hungry Howie's thing, actually. Pepperoni jalapeno with the Cajun crust.
Oh, cool.
Perfect combo. Where are you located? You need to say it on the air too.
Yeah. For Woodford, yeah, we're right downtown.
Okay.
Old Run With It building.
Oh yeah. Okay. We definitely gonna have to make it that way. I like that. That was really good.
Thank you. Yeah, Bobby. It's funny. Bobby every once in a while likes to get the other partners a little love. That's why I'm here.
Yeah. Yes. I like the packaging, the color, and the logo, and the font. I like that.
Yeah, so I'm an equal partner with Bobby. Bobby, Jamie, me, and Reese. Reese is my side. So me and Reese are a marketing company. Beer Marketeers originally is how we kind of started working together. We're the beer industry guys. Third Planet, Idle Hounds. We do a lot of marketing all over the country, and then we've been friends with Bobby and Reese and Bobby and Jamie and George at the time. They've done Boardroom and Cowhead, and I always joke to say, hey, maybe one day you guys can include me in one of the ventures, and Bobby said, hey, would you want to open up a brewery with me here in Fort Walton? I was like, yeah, I'm in. So I guess head of marketing and partner, yeah. So that's what I get to do all of it, I guess, a little bit.
The jack of all trades, Swiss Army knife. Yes.
That's right.
Mine's gone. I liked it that much. So shout out to Tower Beach.
Thank you.
Tower Beach beer, not from the 30s Tower Beach.
Yeah, so for the judges part, everyone's got to do pepperoni. For people's choice, it's a free for all. Whatever is your pizza that you think is your best, or your pizzas that you think are the best, whatever you think is going to get you people's choice, that's the goal. Go ahead and try to win it. Let's do it. For the judges, we said we got to keep a baseline single pizza. We went pepperoni. do your best pepperoni pizza. We're gonna bring them out all at the same time. People bring their pizzas. The contestants will bring them around 10:30. We'll number them, put them on a plate, number them, blind taste or blind serve them to the judges. You'll write it down, and we'll have the winner from the votes there. Sure. Yeah. So I think we'll have a few different beverage choices to be able to try to sip in between to give you that palate break. I can always throw some ginger in there, but that's a little harsh. So the idea for us is like, hey, we'll have be able to make sure you take a sip of something between, rinse that down, get that initial flavor out of your mouth, and then come back to that next bite and continue on. The goal for us right now is really to ensure as much fairness as we can is to get them all out at the same temperature or similar temperatures at once. So that's where we'll serve them this year. Our balance between that will be a beverage or something that can go in between. If it's a bite of something like a ginger or like a coffee bean or something, because we do have coffee right attached to the building. So we can always throw a coffee bean in there, balance that off. But hopefully maybe a beer, and then go for the next bite or go for the next topic. Sure. Yeah, so a little mix of everything. I think we've opened up, so we have a double decker oven. Our top oven will be being used for service, normal service. We're open like normal tomorrow. We'll do brunch at 10 a.m. the whole thing. Uh, Thank you so much. Yeah, we're trying. We're gonna keep up it, so we'll keep going on that. But we have the secondary oven down below, and we're gonna continue that. That's open for whoever wants to use it. I've also got two. I got two unis. Mobile pizza ovens for anybody who wants to throw that in there. And then most everybody is pretty nearby. And then folks like Pie Face and some of the others, they're food trucks. So I know Wicked Pizza and Pie Face, they'll both have ovens on site. But we have Cambrews that keep the pizzas warm, and we have the oven. So anybody wants to throw their pizza in, everybody wants to keep their pizza warm. The goal is to try to be as open as possible. Again, this is our first year, so we've asked all the contenders like, hey, be patient with us, bear with us. We're gonna dial it in. We're event guys. We do it for a while. We'll make it work, and we're gonna make everybody happy. I feel like they're gonna bring it hot. I mean, that's the goal. I told everybody, hey, have your pizzas done, cut, bring them hot. And if you want us to keep them warm for you, we've got ways to keep them warm. If you need us to reheat something, that's fine too. We just want to be as accessible as possible. Our goal is to make it as easy for everyone that's participating as possible, and hopefully, we just have our doors open at this point. Yeah, I did not actually, but thank you for reminding me. Gary Sinise Foundation, which is a fantastic charity. So we actually own and run a nonprofit of our own that we run our beer fest through every year, and so we want every year that we pick for a craftathon for the beer fest, we try to find another local charity that we want to partner with. And with this event, something that we wanted to do was try to find a unique military one or something to that aspect. And the Gary Sinise Foundation kept being the one that everyone told us, like, try to do that. Well, they were a hard one to get. We had to, show financially, we had to do the whole nine. So we're really excited to have them.
Yeah. Well, I know Lieutenant Dan's probably pretty hard to get a hold of.
Yeah, exactly. I wish. I don't. Maybe Reese does. He helped us get the charity. Yeah, he dialed it in. Whew. Odell Beckham. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm from New Orleans, so I used to go to baseball camps and football camps with Odell back in the day. I don't know that he's going to answer me, but he's in there.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Well, who's yours? I was here that day. That's pretty big.
That's pretty cool. Yeah. Maybe Vinny Chalk's in mine too, so that counts, right?
That would trump everything we brought up. Yeah.
So Craft-Ons this year will be our 10th one. We started
Wow.
in 2015 technically, and so it's been going on. We had to take a couple years where we didn't do it for COVID times, but this is our 10th. Yeah, yeah. So it's May 3rd. May 3rd is it's a Sunday. Every year we do a Sunday event. Kind of the unique side of Crafts-Con is that it's on a Sunday. Sure, yeah. So it's a 100% nonprofit event. Every year we invite roughly 30 to 40 breweries from all over the country. Having been in the beer industry for as long as we've been, now we really get to bring a lot of our friends from all over into town. So our event kind of got its uniqueness over the years of being two different things. One, every brewery, including the local ones, had to bring something unique and special, or even the big ones had to bring something special. And our other ask from brewers was that they would have someone from the brewery represent their brand instead of a volunteer. And so every year we kind of it kept growing on that. We lost a couple of the big name brands because they just didn't want to do it. Now, really, we've got brands that sometimes people have never heard of. That's kind of the goal, right? It's just to bring in product that no one's ever had, no one's ever heard of, no one's ever tried, and introduce it to them. Appreciate it. We'll get them in here. We'll get them in here and drag them in here.
Or you can just drop off another 6 pack.
That's it. Yeah, you don't actually
That'll
need
be
bottle.
fine. I did have a lot of beer experience back in the day, so this isn't my first time. This is back like Ice House Red Dog days.
Oh,
To date
nice.
myself.
No,
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 it's from the
no,
90s.
no. Yeah. Thank you.
It's very good. I like Garrett said. I finished mine in about a minute and a half, so that's all you need.
I appreciate it, guys. Yep. Yeah. No, thank you. Thank you for having us. And hey, if you don't have a ticket, we're open normal, so come on by and at least get a glance at what it could be like next year if you can get a ticket before it's sell out. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you. We're working on it. y'all are so smooth with all of that, man.
Thank you, man.
No, thank you so much. I
Yeah, that was
appreciate it.
awesome, man. Thank
Yeah,
you.
y'all.
Beer
please
Swiss,
say
I would
these.
literally buy this.
Yeah, seriously, I'm gonna go order one. I don't drink beer.
That's
I would
what-
literally
doesn't
drink
drink our
that.
beer,
That's cool. That's kind of the goal. Is like we wanted to have something that really, I mean, you know, we talked to everybody that we could, and we have a great brewer, and we said, hey man, like we need to make something that's really approachable and that everybody's excited. These are so cool. By the way.
Yeah.
I was like overwhelmed by it, 'cause I mean we tried to use some of the photos that you had sent just like as little promo items, and